Welcome back to the weekly news roundup. We are going to do security today, and we are also going to do smart tech today. So these are recorded live Fridays, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. First article, the feds, oh boy, the feds are on something again. They issue emergency patch orders for a critical Windows flaw. And this is the zero login, I think? There were so many security patches, I can't remember which one I threw in the news. So this one is a security patch. I think this is a zero login. Why do they not tell me which one it is? Zero login, yes. So the zero login, this is something affecting more of your servers. So what this is you could get in between a server and what it needed, I believe, for the DNS controller. I'm not a security guy, so I might have something wrong. If somebody else is contradicting what I'm saying on YouTube, probably listen to them. But if you go in between there, and as you're passing through the data, you intercept it with a lot of zeros, it will log you in and give you root access. And so this will allow basically like a Trojan type attack to get in there and take over the entire server. And then you can do anything that you want from inside of there. So this week, the government basically said, if you don't patch your system, it has to come off of the internet this week. And so with that, the exploit they found is much easier than expected. And I'm trying to think if this is the one we saw in the wild this week. No, the one we saw in the wild this week is Lokibot, and that's actually the next one we have. So binary edge services show that 30,000 domain controllers are viewable, and another 1.3 million servers have RPC exposed. In the event either of these settings apply to a single server, it may be vulnerable. So there's two separate things that have to be there. If both of them are available, then net login will be able to access it. So this is a pretty bad one, but it's affecting your server systems. The next one is Lokibot. This is malware that steals your most sensitive data. This is a Trojan, and this one will affect the desktop computers. This guy here, you will get this. I hate some of these security stuff because like they'll give you all like every detail under the sun, but not tell you how it actually infects you. Is this a worm that's just going to show up? Do I have to open an attachment? Do I have to visit a bad website? Very simple. Just tell me one of those three things. Well, it turns out after digging for about an hour, this is something that gets installed when you open a malicious attachment. So do not open an unexpected attachment from, Mr. Bebob's number 32 at russia.ru or mail.ru, whatever. So anyway, this guy here, it basically is a Trojan. You get it installed by opening up the attachment. Once it gets in there and installs itself, then it can go in, pull in other malware, and then it starts hunting your computer for anything and everything and just starts shipping data off. Basically, it's a little spy. So, make sure that you are being cautious about that. If you're running Windows, make sure your virus libraries are up to date and keep your systems up to date. And I believe this one was a Windows only one. Like I said, there were so many news articles, I threw some of them out. I believe this one was a Windows only one. And so if it's not going to affect us on running Linux, so go ahead and switch to Linux. And so here, what we're going to be looking at is Synaptergy. This is my science fiction novel, if you like some of the crazy science fiction-y stuff going around in the world. I actually base this off of a real-life company. See if you can identify which company it is. And you can actually find this pretty much anywhere where you buy books online. You can grab it directly from us or Amazon, Audible with the audiobooks, also iTunes audiobooks, iTunes also for the ebook. We have Kobo, Barnes & Noble, we have Google Audiobook. There's a lot of different places you can buy the book. Over on the website, you can read chapter 1 if you want to have a read through it, see if it captures your attention, or you can just listen to the first 5 minutes of the book on the audio preview. So you can head on over there to synaptergy.com or tlm.li/s, and that's going to give you all of those links there. So with that, let's go ahead and dive on back to the news. So in the smart tech news, traders are set to don virtual reality headsets in their home offices. So the COOF sent everybody home, And with everybody working from home, the day traders are like, man, I missed the hustle and the bustle of the office. And so VR to the rescue. Now these guys can have this giant, massive VR display with excess amounts of crap all in front of them, and they can get all their work done with just a little computer and just be thinking that they're in the crazy place that's going to induce the heart attack due to stress. Isn't this awesome? You can get a stress-induced heart attack working from home by wearing VR. I mean, this is the latest and the greatest in smart technology. In all seriousness, though, this is an interesting concept, particularly for things like day traders that do have very complicated jobs. It's actually neat to be able to see that you can actually do some of this stuff. Am I a customer? Not personally, but hey, it's a cool option anyway. All right, next we have Ring's latest security camera is a drone that flies around inside your house. I don't know if I want to put this in Sillyville or Smart Tech, but I had a boatload of Sillyville and only a few Smart Tech. So basically it kind of sits inside your house. It's just always here. It's always on. It's always listening. I can feel it. I can feel it. And if it hears something, it gets up and flies around. And it will fly around your house. You gotta love the little video, of course. Here's the video. See, if you really want to make that thing threatening, you got to mount some twin machine guns on there. It's going to get over there. It's going to find the intruder. It's going to blow you away. Now, again, we have to ask the fundamental questions about this. In this crazy COVID world where everyone's like required to wear masks running around, why is somebody breaking your house without a mask on? I mean, if I wanted to go down and start committing robberies and burglaries and otherwise committing crime, I'd have no problem. Just mask up, baby, put something bigger on, cover everything else up, and go commit my crime. I'd be good with it. You know, I mean, really. So anyway, but now we have this Ring camera that's inside your house now. It has complete free reign access of your home. Indoor only, 1080p video, only records in flight, enclosed propellers, and integrates with a Ring alarm. I absolutely loved the comments. This is one of the comment sections that I just got a chuckle out of reading. When you manage to turn the Verge readers against your Amazon product, you know you've stepped too far. We're not going to read the first one. What? Anyway, beep. We don't say those words in this channel. I know what you're feeling, but it's weird, but I still want one. I love the one where the guy says, will I be able to find it or not? There's too many comments on here now. One guy's like, yeah, when you're not home, the thing's going to be flying around taking photos. It's going to be taking photos. It sees the bristles on your toothbrush are worn down. It sees your shampoo is a little bit low, and all of a sudden in your feed, you're going to start getting ads for toothbrushes and soap. So there you go. Equal amazed and scared of the thing. I'd love to be able to make a scan whenever I'm not home, but all the privacy and data collection, not to mention Ring's past issues, such an evil product. Some people were asking, I wonder if the police can turn this thing on and scout around your house and see what you're doing. I mean, good stuff. I don't know if they updated the article. They actually released, The Verge released another one, which was a line of questions about it, which was definitely worth looking at, but I had too many news to go ahead and cover it. But anyway, would you guys want a flying drone Amazon Ring camera recording HD video throughout your house? I mean, some people were asking, like, what if the thing goes in there when, you and your spouse are doing the nasties? I mean, really, what's the thing going on here? All right, finally, our last story here. The police arrest an apparently sleeping Tesla driver going 93. Vehicle had both front seats completely reclined, according to police. So police in Alberta, Canada arrest the driver who in July was going 140 kilometers per hour, which is 87 miles an hour, in a Tesla Model S. The Mountie said, did the horse catch up with him? The officer reported seeing both front seats completely reclined and both occupants appearing to be sleeping. The car appeared to be self-driving. They said when the officer turned on his emergency lights, the vehicle sped up. Aren't these things supposed to slow down when the emergency lights turn on? I thought that was literally one of the things they said. Hey, the thing will turn down if there's a police behind it. Nope! It's like, oh no, the cops are on us. Go! And the thing is just running. So eventually they pulled over a 20-year-old driver and charged him with speeding. They later added dangerous driving charge, which he says, I'm sorry, I refuse. I was not driving. The Mounties release doesn't explain why the vehicle sped up after the officer activated emergency lights. We're pretty sure autopilot doesn't have a flee from police function. It's possible that the reclining driver wasn't actually asleep, instead was conducting some kind of prank. If so, it certainly seems like a dangerous one. Oh boy, guys, this is why I don't want Teslas on the road with autonomous driving. This is why we need to have the answers to the questions now. If autopilot is engaged, who is actually at fault when there is an accident? Because it's happened a lot. Are we going to hold Tesla accountable for these? They have full computer access. They are actively feeding data. They do over-the-air updates. It seems to me they should be liable for breaking a lot of these laws and if damage is incurred. So let me know what you think about this and the other stories in the comments down below. Thank you for watching this video from Switched to Linux. This channel would not be possible without the backing of the program supporters scrolling on the screen now. You can be a supporter at Patreon at patreon.com/TOMM or at thinklifemedia.com. I also want to thank the open source community who creates such excellent software that makes producing this show possible. Please remember to support your software communities. Thank you, and I hope that you enjoy switching to Linux.